All right, let's dive in. Today, we're off to the Baltic Sea,
Ooh,
to a
nice.
place you might not know, Palanga, Lithuania.
Okay.
I ever get that itch for somewhere like off the beaten path, hidden gem vibes.
Yeah, totally.
This deep dive, it's all thanks to Vitally and Natalie.
Oh, cool.
Their travel blog, man, they seem to find those spots,
I know exactly what you mean.
and their blog. Packed with photos, stories.
Really draws you in.
Can try and bring that to life today, see what makes Palanga tick.
More than just a beach trip. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So don't just like surface level stuff. What do they highlight first?
What got me was they start with the pier, the iconic one,
Oh yeah, the 400-meter one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
But they don't just do the, Grand Vista thing.
Oh, interesting. What'd they focus on?
There are these 2 plastic panels right at the end,
Huh.
covered in messages scribbled by visitors.
Wow, that's kind of cool, actually. Makes you wonder what people write,
Right. Like standing there at the edge of the world.
Yeah. I'd be tempted to leave one. What about you? What would you write?
Ooh, tough question. It's that urge, to, leave your mark.
Totally. It's like those locks people put on bridges.
Exactly. Small thing, but means something, I think.
So those peer messages, not just random words then.
They're little pieces of, hopes, dreams, maybe even fears out there.
Wow, I like that. Sets the tone for how they explore, doesn't it?
Definitely. They're not just looking, they're, connecting with the place.
Okay, so peers got us hooked. What else stood out?
The thing that surprised me, August. Already fall in Palanga.
Wait, seriously, no long summer days on the Baltic.
It's chilly up there. By August, swimming's, for the brave.
Ah, got it.
But Vitaly and Natalie, they don't see it as a bad thing.
Okay.
They talk about this, unique beauty of early fall.
Interesting. How so?
The coastline, the dunes, all in golden light, leaves turning.
That does sound kind of level.
It's them embracing the unexpected again,
Totally. Makes you think about different rhythms of life.
Right, slower pace, more thoughtful as days get shorter.
Would you trade swimming for that? Honestly, I think I might.
Me too. Especially to see those colors against the Baltic.
So peaceful.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the dunes.
Yes, they describe them as this tranquil landscape.
Almost meditative.
Yeah, exactly. And Vitaly, he shares this story about a movie, Long Road in the Dunes, and its lullaby.
Yeah, I remember reading that. The dunes have this meaning for him because of his childhood.
Right. It's suddenly the dunes aren't just dunes.
They've got this whole layer of personal history.
Makes you wonder about your own long roads, doesn't it?
What places hold those memories for you? Yeah.
Good question to ask as we explore, I think.
Absolutely. So we've got Pier, dunes. Where to next in their Palanga adventure?
They talk about the overall vibe, Palanga's tranquil, eco-friendly, perfect for slow exploration.
Sounds pretty chill.
It is. And a cyclist's paradise, they say. Bike paths everywhere, tons of rentals.
I bet you'd love that.
It does sound appealing, and it speaks to, that desire for sustainable travel, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Just imagine leisurely cycling through those landscapes. Fresh air.
Sounds relaxing and rejuvenating.
Speaking of nature, they describe the forests as these majestic ship-like pines.
Oh, I love that image.
Can practically smell the pine needles just thinking about it.
They're really into the sensory experience, not just the looks.
Yeah, like the tranquility, the scent, the feel.
Sounds fit forest therapy, right?
Absolutely. And they really went deep into those forests, too.
They did. Well-marked trails, even exercise stations.
Wow. They didn't miss a thing.
And they talk about all the natural bounty in August.
Like what?
Mushrooms, berries, even some wildlife encounters.
No way. Like what kind?
They mention a squirrel darting out or a spider on its thread.
Amazing. They're really encouraging us to slow down and notice, aren't they?
Yeah, it's all about that sense of discovery.
It's the journey, not just the destination, right?
Exactly. And speaking of beauty, they then move on to the town of Palanga itself.
What's it like?
They describe it as having this charming, low-rise architecture.
Oh, no.
Mix of old and new buildings.
Very cool. Did they mention anything specific that caught their eye?
They did. Free Wi-Fi on the main streets, for one.
So you can stay connected but still enjoy that small town vibe.
Exactly. Oh, and they said Palanga is a gift for sculpture lovers.
Ooh. Tell me more about that.
Abundant sculptures, they say, and often quite absurd.
That's intriguing. Makes me curious to see them.
They mention a ladies with a dog scene and Vitally being playful with it.
Sounds like they had fun with the art.
They did, and that playful energy carries over to their description of Birute Park.
Which they say is a must-see.
Absolutely. And it's packed with cool stuff.
Give us the highlights.
The Amber Museum, a sculpture called Christ Blessing, even a hobbit-like house.
A hobbit house.
Seriously. And a sculpture of Egloi, the queen of serpents from Lithuanian folklore.
Wow, that's a lot to take in.
They even mentioned photo shoots with models in light dresses against the chilly wind.
Such a cool contrast, right?
Totally. Palanga seems like a place where anything goes.
Definitely sounds like a place where imagination runs wild.
It does. But they also talk about a more somber aspect of Palanga.
Oh, what's that?
A memorial to Jonas Siemamaitis, a key figure in the Lithuanian resistance movement.
Ah, right. I remember reading about that. It's important to remember those parts of history, too, isn't it?
Absolutely. Even in beautiful, peaceful places, history's always present.
And honoring those who fought for freedom is so important.
They really emphasize the respect shown for Lithuanian heroes.
It's like they're saying, look, this place is beautiful, peaceful, quirky,
But it also has a story, a past.
which deserves to be acknowledged and respected.
Exactly. Adds another layer to their whole experience.
I'm really enjoying their perspective. It's like they're showing us the soul of Palanga.
Me too. What else did they share?
I'm eager to find out.
They wrap up talking about what they learned, from their time in Palanga.
Oh, interesting. How do they sum it all up?
It ties back to what I've been saying about those hidden
In
gems.
finding beauty in the unexpected.
Exactly. So what hit them the hardest?
Yeah, what were their big takeaways?
Palanga, it kind of challenged their ideas of what a Baltic destination is.
I get that.
They went in thinking beach vacation, right? But it was way more than that.
Like they found a whole other side of the Baltic.
Yeah. The one most people miss, going for those big tourist spots.
That's what makes this deep dive so cool, I think.
It is. It's not just about Palanga.
It's about, like, opening our minds up about travel.
Right. Breaking those biases we all have.
So easy to stick with what's comfy, familiar.
But the best trips, often when we step outside that comfort zone.
Totally agree. Finding those hidden gems that really speak to you.
Vitally and Natalie's blog, it's a perfect example.
You were so open to the unexpected.
And they found a place that, really got under their skin.
That's what I find inspiring, honestly.
It's not about checklists or itineraries, right?
It's about really getting into a place, connecting with it.
The people, the history, letting yourself be surprised.
You couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so big picture.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot. Pier, dunes, forests, sculptures, town.
What stands out to you most? From their experience, they nailed that Palanga is not just one thing,
It's multifaceted, like you said.
Yeah, tapestry of experiences making it so charming.
And they did it in such a personal way. Really pulls you in. And they didn't shy away from the unusual stuff either.
Like August being fall there.
Yeah. They made it a positive, added to the mystery.
Reminds us that sometimes it's the things that are different.
The things that surprise us, they make a place truly special.
Exactly. Okay, want to play a game?
Always up for a challenge.
If you could only pick one thing to experience in Palanga,
Based on everything we've learned.
what would it be?
Ooh, that is tough.
Yeah,
So much sounds amazing.
right.
Okay, I'd go for that bike ride. Through the pine forests, like you described. Smell the pines. Hear the wind.
Just peace and quiet away from it all.
Sounds perfect. What about you? I'm torn. Leaving a message on that pier.
Yeah.
Or exploring Birute Park with all those sculptures.
It's the Queen of Serpents, the Hobbit House.
It's like where real and make-believe meet.
Both great choices. Shows how much Palanga has to offer.
Something for everyone.
This deep dive, man, it's got me wanting to book a flight.
Same here. Already picturing those dunes, the sculptures.
Maybe even brave the Baltic for a dip, even if it's fall.
You feeling that Palanga pull too?
For sure. What gets me, it's not just the places they went to.
It's their attitude, right?
Open, curious, ready for anything.
That's how you unlock the magic anywhere.
Well said. So to everyone listening, if you want a Baltic escape,
One that's different, off the map.
where you can wander forests, find quirky art,
Maybe even leave your mark on the world.
Palanga might be calling you.
And remember, as you explore, any new place, really.
Be open to those unexpected moments.
The chance encounters.
Those make the best memories.
You know, it's funny. We started out wanting to, define Palanga
Yeah.
beyond just beach town. you know?
Yeah.
And I think we did.
We did, but it's not so simple, is it?
Not at all. It's not about one thing there.
More like the whole vibe Vitaly and Natalie capture.
Right. That peacefulness, the nature, the history,
And that they found the beauty in the odd stuff.
like fall and August. It's like a different way to see things.
What's cool is they got us curious, but didn't spell it all out.
Oh, totally. Like we fill in the gaps with our own imagination. Honestly, those peer messages, I'm hooked.
We know, right?
What would I write? What are their stories? Gotta see it myself.
That's good storytelling right there.
Makes you want to experience it firsthand.
And it's not just seeing Palanga, it's feeling it like they did.
So, anyone listening, if you're craving a Baltic trip,
But one that's like a little different.
a bit off the beaten path, yeah.
Pine forests, weird sculptures.
Maybe leave your own mark on that pier.
Palanga might be the place for you.
And no matter where you explore, folks,
Be open to the unexpected, those little moments.
the chance meetings, those are what stick with you.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us on this Palanga deep dive.
Hope it's got you in the mood to explore, find your hidden gems.
Any thoughts, questions, or if you've been to Palanga?
Share them in the comments. We love hearing from you.
Until next time, happy travels, everyone.
And happy exploring.